Hey you guys, I'm just gonna do a quick little update today for what we found out yesterday. First of all, thank you all for your comments of encouragement and support, and maybe those of you who've been through similar situations, like what worked for you and your suggestions. I really appreciate all your kind words and encouragement, and there's just been an amazing flood of positive comments and supportive comments. So thank you so much. It really means a lot. But basically, after I got off the phone with my midwife, I was still just kind of processing it. I'm still kind of processing it, just trying to figure it out and what it means and what I want to do. But she went ahead and she called in a prescription for progesterone, and I got a call from the pharmacist about that, and I actually have decided to not get on it right now, and that could totally change. But kind of where I'm at right now is that there has been, as you guys know, a lot going on in our lives. We've just came off the road from traveling. We've been moving from house to house as we search for our own house. We've been dealing with crazy stress of like this insane housing market here in Boise and trying to find our house. And it just feels like each obstacle has been a marathon on its own. So we've been dealing with a lot of stress, and I definitely know I've been dealing with a lot of stress, just like personally. Both Corbin and I have been, but I am not the type of person who like deals with insomnia or like sleeping issues, but some nights this past month, and even just like this past week, it's just been so much stress and anxiety. I literally cannot sleep. And like that tells me right there that I've just been dealing with a lot of stress that's not normal for me, which is true. Obviously, like buying a house is one of the most stressful things you go through in life, and that is a huge factor. So as soon as I got off the phone with my midwife, and as soon as we got back here, I was just researching all about progesterone and what it means to be low in progesterone. And one of the things is that I'm gonna butcher this, I can't remember exactly right, but there's whatever creates or produces progesterone also produces cortisol, which is what you have more of when you're in stressful times. But if you are stressed, then it stops making progesterone and only makes cortisol, because, and I feel like I'm pronouncing that wrong, but the stress hormone, because of it's just like survival instinct, right? So obviously increasing stress is just going to lower progesterone. So I'm kind of feeling at this point, I'm going to continue to do more research. I'm definitely going to research more about like the keto diet, and maybe not go on a strict keto diet, but just like take the key points from that and really apply it to my eating diet. I'm also going to really work on managing stress more, maybe start doing like a yoga practice or a meditation practice, make sure I'm getting out for my runs each week, which I've been pretty good about. Honestly, I think my stress would be really bad if I wasn't going out on a jog most days of the week. And I also really want to do, I think it'll play into the keto diet, but when I was preparing to get pregnant the first time around, even though Corbin and I actually didn't get to the point where we were really trying, I was still like preparing. I was on prenatals and stuff, and I was doing like a fertility sort of diet, which was just a lot of healthy fats and stuff, and I was doing a lot of like whole milk yogurt, like just really lots of healthy fats. So I think I'm gonna try that again too, like get onto like a similar thing of what I was eating before we tried to get pregnant with June, or before I got pregnant with June and we hadn't even tried yet. That obviously worked out, right? So maybe it will work out now. But I'm just kind of running through things in my head, but really, honestly, even though I'm going to probably be totally surfing the web for ideas and what I want to do and stuff, the truth is that honestly I can't really focus on it until after we're in the house, and hopefully that happens this week if all goes well, which I think it will. I think it should all go well. And then after that happens, I can put more time and attention to it. I really don't think I can overhaul my diet right this second before we move into the house. And I'm just not ready to commit to getting on progesterone. Not that I haven't even really looked up much about what happens or what could be the side effects of getting on progesterone. And so I really don't know yet. I just know that I tend to be the type of person who tries to fix things naturally, and I would like to do that first, at least give it a month of not this crazy amount of like changes and stress and stuff, and see if my body will just regulate itself. The weird thing is, a lot of you are mentioning things about the IUD, and the weird thing is that I specifically got the IUD that I got. It was the copper one, no hormone IUD, because I did not want this to happen. And so maybe it is from the IUD that definitely probably caused some sort of disruption. Obviously, I don't know, it's hard to know because it was all timed within like the same sort of time period where there's a lot of changes and stress happening. I mean, I got it out right before Hawaii, so Hawaii is like not that much stress in Hawaii. But then coming right back from Hawaii is when it really started to get stressful. But I don't know. I guess it could still be partly because of the IUD, but I specifically got that one because I didn't want to have to deal with re-regulating my hormones. So that, if it is partly because of the IUD, that's honestly super frustrating. And it's not something that when I got it put in, anyone ever mentioned. It was always just, oh, this one is awesome because you can get it taken out and immediately everything is fine and you're good to go. And turns out that has not been the case. So, pre-warning for any of you going out there to get the non-hormone, it's the copper IUD. I think it's called Paragard. It's great, but don't expect it to be all good to go immediately after getting it out. So, yeah, I don't know if that's the case, but it could be a partial factor. But yeah, so it's kind of like a train of consciousness of the update of what's going on right now. And I'm just going to leave it at that. I, again, appreciate all you guys and everything you've said. Hopefully we'll have good news soon. And hopefully everything works out with the house. That'll be such a relief, such amazing news. And I'm still so excited about it even after finding out this. So thumbs up for this video and be your feeder.